La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. They still gon' hate, no matter what I do, no matter what I do. They still gon' hate. People said I wouldn't be. La da 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 da. Tell me keep it coming. I hit the club, park valet, no matter what I do.
Hey everybody, welcome to Conversations with Friends. Tonight I got my girl here, my daughter from another mother, Di Banks, and we're going to be discussing Wakanda Forever, the new was Black Panther movie. I haven't seen it yet, so she's giving me some she is dotting some I's and crossing some T's for me and telling me what it's all about. So Di, tell them something about yourself. Tell everybody something about yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Di. I'm from Toledo, born and raised. And yeah, I'm 31. I'm a cook. I'm a chef. Be looking out for my restaurant soon. It's coming. You can reach me at Di Banks on Facebook. Yeah. So that's about it.
Oh, cool. So look, okay. So you went to go see the movie.
Yes.
Okay. I saw the first one. I haven't seen the second one. So tell me what parallels, because we were talking about it on the phone.
Right.
And I was talking about the political side. So
Right.
if you can, we can talk about that. So what did you see?
So first of all, I love the second one. I'm not gonna lie. I love the movie. It's a little bit of everything. I feel like in the movie, everybody can take something. I feel like I have a different perspective from most people about what I felt about the movie because I loved it. I did feel like they were kind of trying to push a couple different agendas in the movie, and they were all negative. I can't say they were all negative, and that's just my personal opinion, but there was definitely some messages in that movie for sure.
Okay, okay. For me, the first one, I really didn't. I paid attention to the person that came in that wanted to be the king, the one he fought. Yeah, was he in the second one?
Briefly, he was.
Okay.
He's gone. He's dead. So
no, yeah, I know.
He's in the afterlife now.
Okay.
And that's what they briefly show because, well, let me say this: there's in the movie, I feel like it's not like the first one. I enjoyed the second one a lot more than I enjoyed the first one. Okay. I feel like in the second movie, you got to really get to know what, like Wakanda side of it. I feel like in the beginning of the movie, they were it was a little foggy. You didn't know if they were antagonists or protagonists. Like you didn't know what was going to happen. But one thing I can say is that they definitely showed a sign of unity that I feel like is necessary. A lot of times that you'll see, I don't know, I feel like characters in the movies are fighting against themselves. And I do think for a minute that Suri, his sister, she kind of fought against what, her real true purpose in the movie, but it still showed an act of,
Do you see any parallels between it and real, what we as a race people could take and use for real?
So yes, I do. I feel like first, there were two sides to it. There was I forget their names. So the main protagonist or the main antagonist in the movie, right, they were from the ocean, I believe from Atlantis, and they were Aztec, I believe, and. Okay. So you kind of see as brown and black kind of being pinned against each other. Then you have the government where they're assuming like, oh, it has to be Wakanda that's attacking. So the purpose of the movie, let me rewind. The purpose of the movie is because they're trying to find that the uranium, right?
Oh, okay.
I believe that's what they're looking for. I could have the names mixed up. I've been drinking.
Okay.
But their power source, their main power source is what the government is looking for. They're like, well, we can't get it through Wakanda. It got to be somewhere else on Earth besides Wakanda. Let's search the Earth to try to find, another source of this power that they have.
It does sound like something that goes on now with our government.
It is like how they'll go and try and find, we can't get, maybe oil from this country. Right. Let's try to go to this other country or this other place and try to force our presence and take what we want anyway. Okay. Right. So they end up finding a source in the ocean. They just don't know that this source belongs to somebody else. There's nothing that's just up for grabs. This belongs to somebody else, and the government keeps trying to take it. And the people that they send, the researchers, and the people they send to recover this power source are getting murdered. And they think that it has to be, the Wakandans that's doing it, because who else is going to try to protect this type of power source? Who has the ability to kill us like that? Right. The whole time it's not even them.
But you know what? That's how come I asked you to come and do this. Well, that's why I'm glad we're doing it, because I see what you were describing to me. I see parallels with what's going on now around the world. Yeah. I mean, really, really. And then when you think about what they're saying in the news, they say if they put it right in front of your face, you can't say you didn't know.
Yeah. And they try to downplay certain stuff like, oh, it's no big deal. And it's like, but yeah, it is a big deal. Mm-hmm. So once, and this is what I was explaining to you. Remember, I was saying it's two different groups of people fighting for the same cause. Yeah, one is choosing peace, one is choosing violence. You almost get that like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King contrast, right? Okay. So Wakanda is taking the side of, they go talk to these people and say, hey, or the people come to them and go, we need your help. And Wakanda's like, well, no, we rather stay out of it. We do feel like there's a more peaceful way for you to go about it, but we don't want to really include ourselves. We try to just, mind our own damn business. Right. Anyway. We trying, right? And, the other people are like, well, you're going to help us. You either with us or you against us. Right. So you either gonna join forces with us and help fight against them, or we gonna take you down and them down because we're gonna perceive you as an equal enemy.
If that does not like I said, art
imitates life.
Yeah. And a lot of this stuff they see in these movies is actual stuff that's really going on. Yeah. Because they go there attacking Africa like it's like. And then, did you hear in the news where they're talking about the U.S. government put out a warning to dark-skinned people going over to the Caribbean because they getting murdered. Dark-skinned people getting murdered or sent to Haiti.
Do you remember what happened in Uganda?
No, what happened over there?
This happened years and years ago. There were two groups, the Hutus and the Tutsis, both native of Uganda. The Hutus, darker skin, wider noses, right? They were treated as second-class citizens, so to speak. And then the Tutsis were lighter complected, thinner noses, the typical light skin against dark skin scenario.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So anybody that was light, but see, that was the thing. The darker ones, the Hutus, were murdering the Tutsis in an act of revenge because of all the hate of the government separating the two, or just society, especially white society over in South Africa, dividing the two classes. When you
have more than South Africa, where people are actually asking non-black, brown South Africans to leave.
Yeah, that's you have to understand that if you don't notice, everything is coming full circle. All of the rights and everything that they fought for, everything they voted for, all this stuff that our ancestors, our grandmothers, our grandmothers and fathers and stuff, all of this shit that they try to get put into place,
tried to hide.
They taking everything back. They taking everything back. They making everything how it was. You see, they taking
that's their biggest fear, though. But their fear is they're going to get treated like they treated others. That's what I see.
You ever heard ignorance is bliss?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to take slavery out of school books.
I know.
Right? They're trying to delete Black history. Right. So that when the generations coming up can go, we don't understand why they so angry. We don't understand what they fighting for, what they mad for.
What do Black people do to them? I mean, you get all these other races that want to pile on. They all want to pile on or say that they have the same struggle. I heard a guy today, he was a Hebrew Israelite, and he was talking to a Jewish man. We had the little yarmulke. Is this a yarmulke that they wear?
Yeah.
He had the yarmulke on and everything. And when he got through reading him and telling him about the Holocaust and comparing it to what, if you compare numbers, you can't compare numbers.
You can't. It was like 3 or 4 times more Africans and people
and it's more than one. And
they got reparations. And they got reparations.
And they're still getting them.
So you know, people like to compare stuff, but you can't compare when you don't compete. There's no comparison between the two. And then they like to say, oh, Jews get discriminated against. No, people prefer Jews in most situations now, especially in business. We still get discriminated against every day.
Yeah. Because it's just nice to now see more Black lawyers and I'm not going to say police officers because they're just as dirty as the other ones. So, you know, I've been looking at a lot of stuff. So but that movie, the way it sounds, it is parallel, you know, what's happening. Actually, it's giving direct links. It's not parallel. It's giving direct links. It's throwing hints. It's telling you what's really going on, but nobody's really paying attention. And from what I'm hearing, me and you was discussing because I asked you how the Africans feel about it. Because what I'm hearing on YouTube, they've been having a problem with it.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like it waters down their heritage.
Does it?
I have to, slightly, but I don't feel like the movie really talked too much about their lives. The Black Panther movie, for me, more so focused on the other group.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say it, the Toka, whatever. I'm not good, but Namor and Namora are the, you know what I'm saying? Namor is the leader. He's their king. Okay. He is half mortal. His mom was mortal. Their kingdom or wherever they were, their village was being taken over. His mom, I don't know if she prayed to some god or made a sacrifice or I forget, but somehow he was born when he shouldn't have been, and he came out half mortal. But you know, he got powers that they don't have, like wings on his feet, that he can breathe out of water without having a mask on like the rest of the stuff. So, but I also feel like it focused on his life, but they made him such an angry character.
Oh, okay.
Such an angry character, because even at the end of the movie, where you know, Suri is trying to be diplomatic and go, oh, you know, I don't want to kill you, but I will if I have to. Just leave us alone. And you know, they come together at the end. He tells his people, hey, stop trying to kill him. The last scene in the movie where he's trying to be peaceful, you can still see his Namora, his cousin, who is like his head lieutenant, when his head lieutenant is female, is like
attitude.
Yeah, like why you let them live? You should have.
You know what? It's going to be another Black Panther. It's going to be another one.
It is, because he made a hint, you know, almost keep your enemies close type situation. So you can tell he don't have best intentions for Wakanda at all.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be another one, but I do feel like they kind of breezed over Suri becoming the Black Panther. A lot of people were mad about that, going, "Oh, she's such a how does a 100-pound girl become the Black Panther?" The same way her brother did. They have that, you know, that
they had to fight. They had to earn it, didn't they?
They had an herb. Yeah, they had an herb that they had. Remember the purple flower?
Oh.
The glowing herb
from the first movie.
Right. She had to remake that, right? So she had to find a power source to grow that plant in a lab, right? So that way she can get her powers. And in the first one, he ate the plant or drank the liquid from the plant to get the flowers. To get the powers. So everybody was like, well, how did she get the powers? That's how she got her damn powers. And then she fought it. Like, you know, when she went to go, the part where Killmonger makes his appearance is after she drinks the liquid. You know, they go to a spiritual place where they get to have a conversation with their ancestor. And, you know, that is kind of who is their spiritual guide through their journey. And hers just happened to be, she thought it was her brother or her mom, and it was Killmonger. And he like, what up, little cousin? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why I was doing what I was doing. Everybody thought I was just crazy. Everybody thought I was just losing my mind and angry. But now you see why I did what I did. And she was like, I'm nothing like you. You were mean and hateful. He was like, what you think you are? You're angry because this man just killed your mama and your brother. Oh, the mom dies. The mom gets killed.
Oh.
Sorry, I meant to say that. That's what made her fight. She didn't want to fight him. They kept fighting the urge, like, we don't want to fight you. We don't want to fight the government. We just wanted to be peaceful. You get what I'm saying? Even the mom, she went to, they had like a press conference at the United Nations or something. And she went in there with her army and was like, look, if we wanted to do some bullshit to y'all, we could. It ain't us. Leave us alone. But you know, the more he told them, he said, if y'all don't help us, I'm going to fight you. But also, if you tell them who it is, we going to get you. Like, don't tell the government it's us. And if you don't help us, we going to kill y'all.
Oh my God. Yeah. I gotta go on and watch it. I have to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's a lot to pull from the movie. It's a lot to pull from the movie. And then, like, you know, I was saying, I felt like they were pushing agendas.
But that's with everything, though. But you know, that's with everything. I'm telling you.
True.
I don't. Yeah.
And that's why I was like, I'm not mad at it. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but some people were like, yeah, they're trying to take the black man out the family like they did in the 70s. And I'm like, how? They were like, they didn't show any strong black male characters in that movie. The two strongest black male characters died in the first one.
Right.
I mean, one died in the first one died in the Avengers movies. So who they supposed to show? They did show the big guy.
Historically, men weren't the fighters. The women were the warriors. You know that, right?
But people try to say that is an agenda. They're trying to effeminate the male. They're trying to make the house.
They feminize themselves. They feminizing themselves. So stop it, Mr. Sir. You don't want running around.
I saw a great representation. I feel like a lot of people try to make Black women bitter and weak. And this movie showed that Black women are humble and we take care of our households and we are strong. You know what I'm saying? People try to ignore the fact that California, say Amazonia, that was California. That was a woman-dominated nation.
Right.
And it was all colored women. And so when they show groups of colored women
out of there, so that's why it's really important for Black people or people that are categorized Black to teach their own children their history, because the people in charge are not Black, and they're taking it all. They don't want nobody to know nothing. They trying to wipe, for some reason, they trying to wipe their slate clean because they know they about to get something is shifting and they don't like it.
Yeah, but when we say that people need to teach their kids about, you know, their Black history and Black lives and stuff, they need to teach it correctly. A lot of people like it's so disrespectful, and a lot of people hate this. It's unpopular opinion. I don't care. A lot of Black people are extremely disrespectful to people who are naturally born African, that are really authentically African. You know how disrespected they feel with all these Black people showing up wearing dashikis, and we get that you're trying to support, but let's just throw this out here. Mm-hmm. The United States, Native Americans weren't all Indians. There were Black people that were Native Americans.
People that don't even look into their history, they wouldn't know that. They
like some Black people never came from
Black history in schools at one time when I was in school.
Yeah, and see, some Black people never came from Africa. Some Black people were always over here. We were over. It was brown and Black people over here. That's why a lot of African people really be like, you stupid motherfuckers don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Some of y'all are from where y'all from.
But now, you know what? Because I'm ready to tell on myself. I went and got a dashiki on purpose after I got my DNA back. When I found out, I went and found out that I was 87% Nigerian. No, Jasmine was 87% Nigerian. I'm 84% Nigerian. Yes, there's a dashiki hanging up in my closet right now because I felt like I came from something. I'm not regular.
That's different from just some regular, you know what I'm saying, some average person just being like, oh, I'm black, I'm from Africa.
No.
It's like, no.
But I haven't put it on yet because I'm like, when I put it on, I don't know. I feel different because you know my story. I don't even know who my parents are. Okay. So for me to find out that I came definitely from somewhere. Okay. And Jasmine had Filipino in her. I don't know how she did that. I don't know where she pulled that out. But she had Filipino. But I got my DNA done. So yeah, there are people running around with dashikis on and they don't even care.
Yeah, and then that's another thing. So you try to say, oh, I'm representing for my people, but that'd be the only time you wear it. That'd be the only time you care. You don't care enough to look into, who you really are as a person and where you come from.
Right. And but if it wasn't for her trying to find out because of my medical condition, I just had wiped the slate clean. I'm still getting DNA reports coming back where we got 13 more cousins that just came up, and you got 14 more over here. Actually, I have a total of 1,452 cousins, third and fourth cousins spread out throughout the United States.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 1,438. Yes,
that is a lot.
And I know none of them. And then the closer you get to my age, the lighter it gets. And then I saw some. I was like, yeah, we cousins. How did that happen? Because when I say paper, noble paper color,
you'll be surprised. You will be surprised.
Yeah, DNA.
No, that Eve gene ain't nothing to play with.
No, it's not. It's not. We had like 5 or 6, 7% DNA match.
I have a cousin who has 4 kids, and literally all 4 of her kids are a different shade of black. From dark to brown to caramel to light.
But that's the beauty of being that, because we can make.
And they all got the same dad.
Right. They can go in. It doesn't matter because one of them going to reach back and get somebody else's.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the kid don't look nothing like the mom and the daddy, but they look like grandma, grandpa, the great grandma, or Uncle Benton, and he died in 1965. But you came back looking like. So DNA is something else.
It is.
It is. It's really real. And so your melanin is on the market, right? It's worth $400 and some dollars. It worth more than gold. Melanin is worth more than gold.
That's why I'm glad mine is hidden. Okay.
But you know what, man,
my melanin is tucked in real nice for the winter. You see how light I've gotten?
Yeah, but you know what? I looked down at my hands and Jazz called me light skin. I said I'm not quite light skinned, but there are days I act light skinned.
Meaning?
I real special. Okay. Oh. Real special, because sometimes I can be a Karen. I have caught myself about to be a Karen. And I said, that's that 13% trying to kick you. Because you know better than that shit you was about to say, But I was accused of, Jazz told me, she said, I told her she was doing something. It was all dark. It was all dark skin. I said, I want to come. She said, no, only dark skinned girl. You light skin. You can't be on our team. I was like, but I'm your mother. Come on, man.
You don't care nothing about that.
You didn't care nothing about it. Nothing about it. You just stay in your lane with your people. I'm like, okay, all right. But colorism is real.
It is. And it's sad because it definitely is.
It was in the movie, wasn't it? Colorism was in the movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do feel like it was 2 groups of people that should have been working together. And, it just wasn't, that part of the movie is a part I didn't like, because I do feel like they could have just came together. But I'm excited to see the next one. I don't care what nobody said. There will be a next one. Yeah. I want to see how shiesty he gonna be. I'm excited for the drama.
Don't tell it, but you know what? Next time they have a movie, you come on and review it for me and let me know how it goes. Then that way I'll know if I want to see it or if I'm gonna be mad.
I say I say go see it. Everybody can take what they want from the movie. When I say you can pull all different types of stuff from this movie, like if I was to sit and digest every part of the movie from my perspective, we'd be on here for hours.
I know.
For sure. So
but we're gonna when Pooh feels better, I'm gonna have her come back and both y'all give y'all thoughts, because she saw it also and she took a different look from you. That's how come I'm sad that she was not feeling well tonight and she couldn't be on with us. But if you can come back, I would love that if you can do that for me. What you think? Did she freeze out? Oh, we about to fight. Y'all, my girl done froze out on me. I'm gonna get back with y'all and see y'all next time, because she done froze up and I'm not about to start over. Have a good night. Love you guys. Talk to you later. This was Conversation with Friends with my guest, Di Banks. Have a good night.
Do you want to be in love with a real one? Or you just want to cut? Fuck lay in the pipe. Love me for life. Keep seeing you.